Hello everyone, this is Valkyrie StitchNButton, and this is Flosstube number 99. Today is the 26th of January. It's a Wednesday night, and I just finished sewing bags. I have not stitched today. I barely stitched yesterday, but I did get stitching in for the past 2 weeks, so I got stuff to show. No finishes, but I do have a good amount, I guess. I don't know, a good Mod Podge of stitching. Plus I have the 2 giveaway winners. I did the drawing right before this. And only a slight little bit of purchasing happened. So that's a good thing. Saves me money. So let's get to it. I'm a little late tonight doing this, and I was running out of time. Alright, so I have been... After looking at everything, and I may have said this before, I decided I wanted to do about 600 stitches on everything, and on each one of my, I think it's 72 whips. So, that's the goal. And what I did was, I made up cards, so I could write down all my stitching, so I can count it all up, and make sure they all get their little stitches in, right? The card system works better than the book system I had last year. I had a book, and I had a page for each one, and I would write it in stitches, but then you have to turn around, get the book, turn the page over, blah, blah, blah. Putting a little, you can get a pack of these from the dollar store, little index cards. That just seemed to work a lot better, because it's in the bag. I don't have to go searching for it anywhere else. Just go in the bag when I'm putting everything away, write it in, and toss it back in the bag. So far, I mean, it's only the end of January, so who knows. Alright, so I don't know what each prompt was that made me work on them, but all of them have been prompts through some of the stitching clubs I belong to, groups that I belong to on Facebook. One, as I showed you the card, it's America from M Designs. I don't have the picture right now, and because I'm running late, I'm not going to insert the picture this time. Sorry. If you really need to see it, message me. I could probably send you a picture of it, or you can look it up. It's called America Tree by M Designs. Anyway, I ended up doing 303 stitches on this one. This is 1/1, and I'm using Dinky Dyes Aussie Pride, and the fabric is from Silk Weaver. This is how much I've gotten done. I think I ended up, I think the 300 stitches is basically this A and some of the M. I'm almost positive that's what, that's showing pretty decent. So, in order to get those stitches in, I had to make it a little bit easier for me, because this is one of my struggle bus type things, and I have some hoops on it. It's over there. I'm not going to reach for it. Anyway, I put it in a hoop, and the hoop has a flat end on it. I have one of my pieces in a hoop, and I'll show you what I mean, but it fits better in my Lowry stand. And I was able to have it held up close, have it nice and stretched so I could see the holes better, and I just plugged along, and I got a good bit done, so I was happy with that. Alright. I don't know where I put the bag. Oh, here it is. Look, I try. It's a 32 count Lugana fabric from Silk Weaver, and it's a solo. I'm looking at the tag now as I put it away. Alright, my next one. I did the same thing with this one. It is called Coffee. Here's the picture. It's called Let's Do Coffee. It is by Imaginating. Designer is Erica Michaels. I am stitching this on 36 count linen from Vicki Clayton hand-dyed fibers, and I'm looking at the sticker here, and I'm using her Vicki Clayton silks called Be Seated. Now this is all the stuff that she had made the first time around, because it looks like she's making a comeback now. So I was able to get, card. 237 stitches in on this. Most of it was back stitching, and I will show you what I mean. Okay, so this is all 2/2. I ended up finishing up this part right here, but then I had put in the word cappuccino, but in doing that, I need to actually take out the cap. So next time I pull it out, I'll take that out first. It needs to all move over one stitch. When I did all that, I looked and it was hanging over, and I realized what was going on. I'll just fix it later. It's not that bad. So it's not half the stitches, at least, right? It's just a little bit, and it's not the quarter stitches, which I have converted on this one. Anytime there's a quarter stitch, I'm doing a 1/1 stitch. It just makes it so much easier. These letters are a bear to keep track of and count off of, and doing the 1/1 on that really helped a lot. I have more of these, by the way, and the other needle minder in my group. If I don't have these posted, if you can't find it, I'm looking at some I know I have made up. I just don't remember if I actually have the picture up, but if you're interested, just let me know. All right. Put this away along with the picture. So I still want to get on this one. I think I'd like to finish it this year. I think that's like in the back of my head, that's one of my goals, is to finish that one this year. My next one that I have here is Anzac. This is Long Dog Samplers. I bought the PDF. It goes into Pattern Keeper. The only thing that doesn't work in Pattern Keeper is the back stitches. But you can go in on Pattern Keeper and look at the PDF version just to see where the back stitching is. So I know that some of the stitching I've done needs back stitching, like over here. I'm going to need back stitching. And over here, I think. But I did about, let me see. I did another 300 stitches. I've done 500 stitches on this, and that was the last time I showed it. I did another 300. Now, when I did them, I did notice that I made a mistake in here, but I was not pulling out it. I pretty much made a mistake by putting an extra row in here. So it comes down a little bit further, which messes up this whole situation there. There you go. But I fudged the center a little bit. It's not as nice as what was charted, but I just know not to count off of this. It's fine. The 200 stitches that I did, or 300 stitches that I did, were this little baby koala and the start of the mama koala. And that's all 1/1 using Aramacall threads from Romy Creations, and it's on a 28 count even weave. And this isn't hard to stitch on either, and I put it on the hoop. I either put it on a hoop or a Q-snap just to make sure it's nice and stretched out and I can see light in between the holes, and it makes it so much easier to read. Okay, next. I pulled out this one. I think this was one that I hadn't stitched on in the longest. It's called Mandela Dragonfly from Awesome Pattern Studio on Etsy. And they always have sales, by the way, guys, and they're very affordable. This is the second time I started this. The first time I did the measuring over 1 instead of over 2. So my fabric wasn't big enough, and I had to start over again. This time, I put in 425 stitches on this. There's a lot of color changes in it, and I always have to have a game plan as to where I'm stitching. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to go off the center here and choose the colors to fill it in, and as I go, then I'll decide what the next color is, just to start getting the whole section done. And instead of trying to focus on both sides because it's wide, I focused on one side of the dragonfly. And it's working out pretty well. This fabric is from Silk Weaver. It's very tight. I'm not a fan of the opal and a tight weave because it's hard enough with the sparkles to see. But it looks pretty, right? I'm looking for the fabric information. Sorry. Just when you think you have your crap together, right? No, that's not it. I was able to get this into Pattern Keeper also, by the way. Okay, so it's a Silk Weaver Lugana. I don't know what it was called. It might be a solo. And it was 28 count. There we go. But yeah, I got this on Pattern Keeper, and I don't think it has any back stitching on it. So far, it's a lot easier for me to read than the paper, because with all the color changes and a couple stitches here and there, it makes it impossible to try to find all the corresponding symbols. Okay, my next one. This one's Halloween Fairy. It's from Cross Stitch and Needlework Magazine, September 2008. I am stitching it on 32 count Picture This Plus Monster Mash, and it's a Belfast. This go around, I stitched on it twice, and I did about a little over, I think it was like 406 stitches total. Here you go. I don't have the picture. Again, I'm not editing this to add the picture this time, but it is the Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett from the magazine, not the one she put out in a chart, because there's two of them. And this is how far I got. There we go. I ended up finishing her arms. I finished out her arms and her gloves and the owl, both arms, and the owl, and then I filled in some of the Krynic. There's a red or garnet colored Krynic in the center here and in her headpiece. Finished that, and then I tried to finish out all the stuff in here that wasn't beads, and then I moved down to the bodice to get the last of my stitches in for the prompt I was working on. And I'm pretty sure that hole there is either Krynic or a bead, because there's like a whole thing that she's holding, like a banner or something. I was happy with my progress. This needle minder is available in my shop, if you're interested. Actually, I say my shop, but I mean my group, because I did close the Etsy shop. Alright. I missed putting something away. I'll put it here and put it in later. I'm a hot mess. And this hair, oh my god. So I washed my hair tonight, and I put the product in it, but it's very, very humid out, and it's getting a little slightly warmer. It's been freezing all week. But this is the hair situation, and it's time for a cut. Alright, my next one. I had to work on something with the most colors. That I do remember, and my most colors is Aqua City. This is the Max Color from Heaven Earth Design, artwork by Ciro Marchetti. And this has 237. Is that what it is? 237 colors. I am up in this corner still, obviously, because this is a big one. Look at the size of this fabric, guys. I mean, that's how wide it is. Oh, I lied. That's how tall it is. Okay, this is how wide it is. It's even worse. So, let's fold it up to a respectable size. I can't imagine how heavy this is going to be when I get it even halfway done. I think halfway done is definitely going to make it heavy as all get out. Okay. I put in Oh, no, I put in 600 stitches since since this year started, because I just worked on it the past 2 weeks. So 600 stitches. What did that entail? It entailed a few stitches in the fish just to finish them up, along with some ninja stitches that were all throughout here, and then a lot of this blue situation going on here, the dark to light blues. I filled all that in, and that was 600 stitches. So I think it's gotten good progress. It's not the best. She is available in my group. The dime is not. The dime, I think I told the story of the dime. That was when I went to, I think it was Nashville. Went to Nashville with Elizabeth from Dames of the Needle. And in the change bag that we had, we're trying to give out change, and this dime kept on coming up as this plastic dime, and she kept on throwing it back in the bag. And I told her, I was like, why do you keep on throwing it back in there? And she's like, I don't know, but I know it's not going to work. So I said, I'm keeping it. And I made it into a needle minder as a reminder. A little memento. I thought it was cute. All right. Next one. I worked on Winter Wonderland from Mill Hill. This one I ended up putting in 200 stitches. And that's how far I got. I'm just going to put this on the back of it. Basically what I did was, I put in this white swirl here, I put this white swirl in here, and I filled in a lot of this. I also filled in some of this. And that. So the dark part's there, and here, the white going through, and I think that's about it. I think that was the 200 stitches. Not bad. It's looking better. Just putting in this part right here really made a big difference. And again, if you're looking for these are stretcher bars. You need 2 sets and the tacks that go on the back. And I got mine from the whole Stitch and Caboodle group on Facebook. Jen can order them for you. They're very reasonable. I think the whole setup costs less than $10, and it's got plenty of tacks. I think it's only $2 and some odd cents for these. These are the 6-inch minis. Not the full size. The full size are a little too thick to get the whole entire thing in. I will just have enough space to get... I was looking, because I'm so close to the edge, I can stitch all the way up to the edge here, and it's just enough space on both sides and the top. I didn't double check the bottom, but I think I'm actually going to have a little bit extra space at the bottom. So this fits everything. And then I just use, this was given to me, and I just used this small needle minder here. And this is a game changer because when you're holding it, you end up bending it and wear and tear on the paper. So it's so much easier to hold that. Oh, I did 214 stitches, by the way, not just 200. Hey, every stitch counts, guys. All right. Done. That's heavy. Okay. Next one. And then there's one more after that. I worked on Ugly Birds. I won't call it Not So Ugly Birds. This is the Story Keep. Again, this is Ciro Marchetti. I happen to really like his artwork, apparently. So, this is Heaven and Earth Designs. It's like a scroll. I ended up cutting the width so it would fit on my quantum frames. And I had the quantum frames in the bag with it, which makes the bag even heavier. But it works. I put in 332 stitches on this. And this is how wide it is. And I basically worked on this little bit here. I know that. And then some browns and blues going across here, because I was trying to fill some of it in. And I also worked on some of the roof of the birdhouse there. Doesn't look like much. It's 1/1 on 25 count. Easy grid, easy, something like that, easy count, easy grid. Okay, so it's the stuff that I got from Cindy Sorley at Stitchery Express. I think I'm all out of my reserves of this, so if I wanted to even kit up another one, I'd have to either use Ada or buy another yard of that stuff. Goes quick, these big ones. Alright, my next one. This one, I had the card over here. Okay. Told you I'm a hot mess. Alright, I have put in 1,100 stitches. Actually, I did like 135 last night. But, so that's like 1,235 stitches. This is Long Dog Samplers, You Belong to Me. That was the one I bought for Christmas. This is on a 32 count, or 36 count mystery linen. And it's using PR 168 from Silk for You. And this is what I've got done. Okay, when I say I use the hoop, this is what I mean, because it's got that squared end. This hoop is actually, I bought this for punch needle, because it's got a groove in the center that locks it in and makes it nice and tight, keeps it nice and taut. But this is the one I'm using for this. I stitched that whole bird. I don't know if it's an eagle or a hawk. I want to say a hawk. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, and before I had this done and this bug. So I ended up finishing all of this in here. I think I had a little bit of this done too, but I finished the whole entire thing, which is 2 dogs, which I didn't know. And I don't know if that's a thistle or a peacock. So I think I'm doing good. I think that's pretty good progress. I also had to take out the bug that I had there because it actually belonged there. But that's fine. And that needle minder is available in my group. Alright. This is the one I have to put like 400 more stitches in for, I think it's magical stitches. So, that's my stitching, my plans. Put 300 more, less than 300 more stitches in that. And I will be pulling out One Nation. It's for one of the prompts for magical stitches, and I think I wanted to put in at least 500 stitches on it, so that'll happen quick if I don't end up doing more. And what else? Oh, lots of sewing. I have bags over here that next one's in line to, I have to change the thread. Basically, I think I've said this before too, but I'll repeat myself. When I do bags, I separate them by the color thread that I'm going to use to sew them. So I've already done the ones that use white thread, and the last ones were a gray thread. So now I'm going to do ones with a beige linen color thread, like a, beige color thread, and so on and so forth. So it helps me separate and gives myself stopping points also. And then I don't have to change out the thread constantly and rethread the machine, and saves time. What else? I always put these project cards in my bags, and I actually make those. I print them out on cardstock and cut them up into business card shape. So I did that. What else did I do? I took some cards that I had received in the mail, and I made some more thread drops. Not that I need any right now, but that's what the cards are there for. So every once in a while when I'm not in the mood to really stitch, but I still want to do something, I do busy work like that to keep myself busy. Alright, so I did the drawing. I drew using the code word sampler, and I drew using the code word bicycle. The code word sampler was for this 1994 Prairie Sampler, and this one comes with thread and fabric. And I never even took the fabric out to see if it was stitched on or not. Nope. It looks like, Oh, it does look like somebody had a needle in there that rusted. But it looks like it's close enough to the edge that it shouldn't matter. It's a 32 count cream Belfast linen from Swagger. It's got a sticker on it. Yeah, I hope that... No, it's not leaving a thing. So, anyway, I'll leave it on there for now. That's for the winner to decide what they want to do with it. Maybe they'll change out the fabric, right? And it's got all the DMC in there. There's more. But it's not the oldest DMC I've ever seen. It's got the barcode. Okay, so the winner of this sampler was CharJ56. CHARJ56. That is the winner of the sampler. Please contact me and I will comment on your comment. Just contact me with your address so I can get this sent out to you. The next one that I was doing a drawing for was Bicycle with Basket from Mystic Stitch. This is a full coverage, and I did the code word for, I did the search for bicycle, and that, oh, there were 6 comments for the sampler. There were only 5 comments for the bicycle, and Devi Sisk, D-E-V-I, Sisk, S-I-S-K, is the winner of bicycle. Get in touch with me because I don't think I recognize either one of your names as a previous customer, so I don't have your address. So I'm going to need your address. Get in touch with me. I will comment on your comments. I did not pick anything for a giveaway. Like I said, it's been a little hectic here, so I really didn't have time. Plus, at the end of the month, I am going away for a week. I'm going to a wedding. Nobody should have a wedding at the end of February in the Northeast area of, or in anywhere north of like Georgia. No one should have, but that's me. It's okay. I'll go anyway. It's my best friend's daughter. I've known her since she was born, so there's that. Of course I'll go. So I'll be in Pennsylvania for a week at the end of February. I hope it doesn't snow. Cross your fingers and your stitches and your toes. All right. Just a couple more things. I made 2 purchases. One, this was Vicky reading stitches. This is her fault. This is Shiny, I can't read backwards. Shiny Suns Cross Stitching. It's Shiny Suns Cross Stitching, all one word.com. There we go. And she is making all of hers. She's in the process of changing them to PDF offerings also, besides just the hard copy. From what I understand, if you find something that's not offered as a PDF and you contact her and say, hey, I'd like this as a PDF, she will make it, put it at the top of priority and let you know. I think that's how it works. Anyway, this one's called Let Us Gather, and I really think that's cute. And it's not Santa. That's like Father Winter there. I don't know when I'll start it, but I've got it. And it goes in the Pattern Keeper. So there's that. So, that was one purchase. This one. Oh, before I go into the last purchase. Actually, let me just go into the last purchase. Oh my god. What am I doing? What's my name? Where am I at? Okay. Last purchase. This is a bead holder for when you're beading. It's nice and shallow. See that? And it has an area for you to put your needles. And this slides off. So I did test it a little bit. So if I leave it on the table and I just push it to the side, it's magnetic. Those are magnets. And this comes off. There is a coating that I took off of this. There's plastic coating on each side to keep it from getting too scratched. And once you get it new, and you could scratch it up yourself, right? So this, I don't know, I forget how many pockets exactly are in here, but this is going to be great when I'm beading my mirrors or doing my mill hills and stuff like that. That way I can put them in there, and I'm assuming I just put a little piece of paper with the number and the name of the bead in there, so I know it's what, if there's too many to keep track of. And then in between beading sessions, you put this on, and your beads aren't going anywhere because it's nice and flat. This I bought on Etsy. It's I had to look up the name. Wizardy, Wizard I. It's the word wizard with the letter I, all one word. W-I-Z-A-R-D-I. on Etsy. They are based out of the U.S. It's mailed from the U.S., although I did notice I got that and I got a gift for somebody, which I'm not showing. Anyway, but I noticed the items all had Russian writing on them, so I guess she's getting them imported from Russia and offer them on her Etsy. Whatever. Or maybe that's a friend of the maker. But I love this idea. I can't wait to use it. Also, they have a lot of cute cross-stitch accessories and stuff available. They have pre-cut wood things that you could stitch on. They have thread holders, like with numbers and stuff on them. They had like project cards, but wood. Couple of different cross-stitch designs. They had a whole bunch of things. They also have these little cute stands made out of wood, cut out of wood, and it's a stand to put your plastic canvas, or I guess you'd want to put a plastic canvas instead of perforated paper, because I think if it gets even a little bit humid in your house, the perforated paper is going to just wilt off of it, but it's a stand and it's really cute. You'll see what I mean if you go to the Etsy shop and check it out. I will put those links below. I will, and one more thing. I feel like Columbo again, but one more thing. One thing I should have, I hope people are still here watching this. That's all I'm saying. I found a new Flosstuber, and I haven't been watching a lot of Flosstube, but anyway, neither here nor there. Saw this name in my Instagram, said, oh, she's got a Flosstube. Let me go check it out. I thought it was really cute. She doesn't show her face. Her name is Owl B Stitching _ OWLBESTITCHING _ and she loves owls. She does cute little 3 to 5 minute videos. I don't know that she had a video over 7 minutes. She's only got a few subscribers, guys. So definitely, I mean, when I say a few, there was under 20 when I saw it. So you need to go check her out. She's got a bunch of little videos, and she's basically just showing what she's working on. So if you want a cute little first little snippet of a floss tube, that's the one you want to watch. Or you can binge watch her and finish her in one day. But she does some really pretty things, and she was currently working on, oh God, I forget, because it was a week and a half ago when I saw it, and I'm sorry, Deb, sorry. But I do remember the things that she was working on were really pretty. She finished one of the Barbara Annas, the one with the motif on the one side and it sort of opens up on the other. That was really pretty, and she's got a lot of cute things going on. So go check her out. Anyway, that was it. That was it. For Shar and Debbie, definitely get in touch with me. I'll get these out to you after you give me your addresses. And I'm not sure when I'm going to do another giveaway, but I should be able to get my video in 2 weeks. I might even get the other one in before I leave. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what dates are. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what my name is, and I don't know what day it is, and I don't know what time it is, and I don't care. So there's that. I am going to clean up this mess and maybe go to bed. I don't know. We'll see. I hope everyone is doing well. I am fine. Boring is good. So don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.